Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. And today I have another review for you. It's on something that I find very useful. And if you're or an electrical DIYer like I am, or even if you're not, this tool is not only useful, but it's very safe to use. So let's get into it. All right, so if you have a lot of outlets in the house, or let's say you have outlets not only in the house, but you have them on the outside of the home, or maybe on the patio, and they all link to your main panel on your home or to a panel close to the patio. And you need to say, shut off a breaker to that outlet. But then you don't know which breaker it is because the breaker is not even labeled correctly, or the writing near the breaker isn't very self-explanatory. So what I have here is a small device by How-Tos, okay? Now I've had this device for a little while and I have used it on multiple occasions. If you only have one home and you're only looking for one outlet and you're just gonna shut the breaker off the one outlet one time, then you probably don't need it. But if you're like I am and you wanna know where every outlet is and where it goes to the panel on the breaker, and your breaker is not labeled properly, or let's say it's labeled but it doesn't make much sense, then this is for you, okay? So this is what we call a digital circuit breaker finder. Very safe to use and very easy. Basically what it is it comes with a transmitter that's attached to it, okay? Just like that. You plug this side of the transmitter into the outlet that you want to find the breaker for, and you take this part, the receiver, and you guide it over the breakers in your panel. This will beep and tell you that, yeah, this is the breaker for where this transmitter is plugged into. Okay, so for demonstration purposes, let's go ahead and try it. And so just give me a minute. I'm going to cut it short, and we're going to try this thing out. Okay, guys, I'm back. So here is the How-Tos receiver / transmitter. All right, and the way this works is you pull it out. This will be your transmitter, and then see, now I don't know where this outlet is in my panel. I've got several outlets in this living area that, you know, I could have maybe 3 connected to one breaker and 1 connected to another. So that's what's good about this transmitter, is that it makes it very easy to find the breaker for any outlet in your house. Okay, so I want to plug this in. Now once I plug it in, you're going to get 2 yellow lights here, and it tells you right here what those lights mean. All right, if you have 2 orange lights, I think it was orange, or maybe it was yellow, but 2 lights to the right, which was orange light, then you know that the wiring behind this wall is correct. They also have other examples of what other lights mean, if they should go off or go on, and they tell you next to those lights what those mean right here on this side. Okay, but all you need to be concerned about are the 2 lights on the right side of this transmitter, to make sure that those 2 go on when you plug it into an outlet like right here. Now I want to find where the breaker is for this outlet, because I'm going to let's say I'm going to turn off the breaker, or pull out the break, or turn off the breaker. I can't talk today. And I'll do a little work behind the outlet. Or let's say I just want to turn off the breaker for whatever reason I have. Like I just don't want it on. Maybe it's one of those those outlets that have a light on all the time and it doesn't have a switch to it. I'm not sure, I don't know. But anyway, so let's go ahead out to the panel And what should happen is this receiver, as we guide our receiver down the panel of breakers that are available, it should beep. It'll turn color and it will beep. That's how you know that that breaker is connected to this outlet. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay guys, we're back. So this is basically my panel, all right? Now, just so you know, I actually used this receiver to find all of the main rooms that matter when in the event of that the power goes down. This is why I have these labeled like this, so I can tell myself that if the power goes down, these are the breakers that I will turn on every time while my generator runs. I actually have a generator hooked up to this, and that's why I have these little dots on there. So I know that the only power I'm going to draw from the generator are with these rooms inside the home. So if you were wondering. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we know we have our transmitter plugged into that outlet in the living area. Okay, so we're going to turn this on. Now it's ready to detect. And see, the color is green. And anyone can use this, okay? So we're gonna take our receiver and we're gonna guide it down over the breakers. You know that you found it when it gives you a constant beep. And I also think that the green turns a color like orange or something like that. Okay, we're going. You hear that? You got just one beep at a time. You see how much faster that's beeping? Now let's go down to the breaker below it. So we know that this breaker here services the living room and the outlet in that living room. Okay, that's what we know. This is a 15 amp breaker and it services that outlet. So if I want to turn off that outlet, it'll probably turn off other outlets in the living area as well. But if let's say I wanted to just turn off the power off that outlet so that I can work on it, then easy peasy, all I got to do is just switch this 15 amp to off and we're done. Okay guys, let's get you back inside here now that you know how to use this receiver. Okay guys, well, you saw how that worked. Pretty easy, not complicated. So if you have a bunch of outlets in your house and you want to be able to label your panel accordingly, and let's say you don't have your panel labeled the way you would like or properly, or the writing is gone, and you want to know where all your outlets are, then this would be a good thing to have. I wouldn't say go out and buy one if you only have one outlet that you want to find the breaker to. You can maybe guess your way through it, but sometimes you can end up turning off other things that you don't want to turn off. So that's the only downside. But if you think you're going to use something like this for yourself, or your friends, or your family, then it might be a good investment. Anyway, that's it for now, you guys. See you at the next video, and thank you for watching.